2025 is the year where every tech company decided collectively that you just don't deserve to afford the hobbies you enjoy anymore. You want to buy an Xbox? Oh, nope, that price has gone up. You don't want to own your games? You want to just pay for Game Pass? Nope, oof, that's going up too. Do you want to continue to keep the lights on in your house? Oh, that's gonna be twice as expensive. While it would be impossible to cover all of the various ways life has gotten worse in 2025, spoilers, it's all because of AI and the investments into that from various tech companies. That is like a can of worms. It's not a can of worms. It's like a drum of worms. We don't need to open that and go that deep, right? But suffice to say, things are getting worse and more expensive at a rapid rate. Okay, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking specifically about the RAM shortage crisis. Now, for those of you blissfully unaware of what RAM is in a computer, it's random access memory, and the more you have of it, the more your computer can handle multiple tabs and multiple different things going on at once. An essential component of building any PC, and as a YouTuber, someone that heavily relies on Premiere Pro, I have 128 gigabytes of RAM. Just to start you off hot on this, to give you a good idea of where we're at. Yeah, you can see all the tabs I have. That's what I need my random access memory for. So if you want an idea of how much more expensive RAM has gotten, I ordered 128 gigs in April of this year, and I paid $440, each stick of 32 gigabytes costing $110. This same purchase would have cost me literally double that. Since just April, the cost of the RAM I purchased has almost doubled in price. But it's not just RAM, even external storage has gotten more expensive, or has just been completely made unavailable. We'll get to the reasons why in a little bit, but I tried to order a 4 terabyte portable SSD hard drive, again, because I'm a YouTuber and I like having SSDs, and the order went through, and then the day later, I got a call saying the order had been canceled because they didn't have it. So they allowed me to purchase it, but then told me that I had to manually cancel the order myself.
What?
The theme you'll notice is that these important computer parts are increasing in price at a rapid rate. But what are you complaining about? Aren't you a good consumer? You don't mind paying 2 times the price for a thing that I bought in April for half the price? It's like the housing market, man. Everything's like 10 times more expensive than it was 5 years ago. God, I do feel so bad for Gen Z. I feel like I just barely snuck in. I just barely got through and able to afford a somewhat comfortable life. And now it's like, dog, Gen Z can't even afford to build a computer anymore. Why is this happening? Well, AI data centers are dumping billions and billions of dollars in order to allow DoorDash drivers to fake deliver your food to you, among many other horrible things that generative AI has been doing. Poisoning your water supply? Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? Just drink the poison. What are you complaining about? Just drink the poison. Raising your electrical bill? You better believe it. I got something in the mail the other day, said, hey, hope you don't mind, turning off your lights and making a conscious choice to use less electricity this month. And I'm like, what the fuck are you telling me to do that for?
Sorry. I'm getting into it a bit.
But because all of these AI data centers are basically just running thousands and thousands of computers, they need thousands and thousands, millions of sticks of RAM. So what you'll find if you try to go to Newegg, Best Buy, Amazon looking for RAM, you're either gonna find prices that have increased by 2 times, or the thing is just not available at all. This massive push by the tech companies to heavily invest and dump all their chips into AI is having cascading ramifications across multiple different industries. It's not just computers that are getting more expensive. Potentially Half-Life 3 and the Steam Machine have been delayed because of RAM shortages, because a video game console also uses RAM. Oh, and check this out. RAM price increases could see next generation console release delayed. They already increased the price of the Xbox this year, twice. Are they gonna do that again with RAM shortages? What are they gonna do for the next? This sucks.
Fucking thing sucks!
This sucks, man. But hey, don't lose hope, because their ultimate plan is to sell you a computer that you rent. At least that's my personal theory. They want everyone to run a cloud gaming computer. I don't know how that works, but this just seems like yet another push in the direction of you will own nothing and be happy. You will rent everything and be miserable. And here's another thing, building a PC, especially for the first time, is a really fun experience as you learn what all the different parts do and you browse what fits your needs best and you customize your own PC build and you make it your own. It's such a fulfilling experience once you finally get it up and running and you can really experience gaming at its highest potential. I have become a PC master race fanboy. Not entirely, but I do understand that PC, in terms of capabilities, like this is where you can max out. It sucks that this too is being made more inaccessible. You know what's so ironic is that companies like Xbox always like to tout how accessible all their games are and how they're making all of these accessible controllers for people with disabilities. But when it comes to actually accessing the components needed to enjoy gaming, nope. I just need like $1,000, please. Tangents aside, I will say, I wish all AI companies a very pleasant bankruptcy. And look, I've tried to give AI a chance. I've tried to see, I think when AI was first being pushed, like a year or two after the Will Smith spaghetti stuff, like a year or two, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to see where this goes, what kind of technology they develop, what it's used for. I have seen nothing but garbage. Even Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, decided that slop was the word of the year. And I think that just sums it up perfectly. 2025 is the year of slop. Question is, are you gonna eat it? Are you a pig? Are you gonna stand for this? You know, I was thinking just recently, like, I've been doing YouTube a long time. I've complained about bad video games. I've praised awesome video games. But those times where I've complained or said, hey, why is this game so bad? It really feels like child's play compared to what's actually happening. That was just me complaining and being a nerd. This is like we actually have to fight against these companies because they're making everybody's life worse. Like it's reached a very real point that I honestly didn't anticipate it to. Every single day, it feels like AI is ruining something new. I cannot go a single day. If I hop on Twitter, I will see people complaining about AI. Fake DoorDash orders, fake construction photos, fake homework assignments, fake everything. Just a Pandora's box of industrial scale bullshit polluting both the planet and the basic social contract. DoorDash driver accepted the drive, immediately marked it as delivered, and submitted an AI generated image of a DoorDash order. What's that? You wanted to eat food? Bro, SpongeBob predicted this. This is holographic meatloaf. They put holographic meatloaf on his DoorDash order.
Holographic meatloaf? My favorite!
Yeah, here's another example. I ordered a Synology NAS, which is basically a network storage device for my home. This has not increased in price, but the storage inside of it currently unavailable. This is what you'll find when you try to search up SSDs, RAM, any sort of internal storage. It's gone. It's all gone. Okay, here's an order from 2023. 64 gigs of RAM, $115. Post your predictions in the comments, how much you think this costs now. Yeah, currently unavailable. Okay, easy enough. $400. That's a 4 times price increase. It's DDR4, it's not even DDR5. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that's 4 sticks, wait.
What? It's just an ordinary... Oh my goodness!
Oh no! No! That's septupled in price! That's quintupled in... This is $650 for some 2 years ago I bought for 120. The RAM, the 64 gigabytes of RAM I purchased in 2023 has more than quintupled in price.
I love consuming. I love it. I love consuming.
Yeah. I went to post this tweet, and then the top of my feed, things ChatGPT told a mentally ill man before he murdered his mother. It's just, if we stay on this topic for too long, we're gonna be diving deep into the iceberg. So yeah, basically, AI data centers are buying up. They're essentially monopolizing all of these critical PC components, but RAM and storage are not just critical for PCs, but also for consoles, because consoles are effectively just pre-built smaller PCs that can run video games. All of this is happening. Everything is increasing in price, so you can enjoy videos like this. Let's go back to this article by Tom Henderson though. RAM price increase could see next generation console release delayed. We mentioned that we had heard that there are already ongoing talks at the high levels on what the RAM availability could mean for the next generation. From what we've heard, the industry as a whole is concerned about RAM availability and what that is going to mean for mass producing consoles at a competitive price point. Lord knows Xbox is being very competitive these days. A friendly reminder, Xbox Series X during Black Friday was outsold by the Next Playground, a borderline Kinect ripoff. Just look, okay, I'm gonna say this here. If you still want to buy like a really good PC, wow, you might have to go with a pre-built, but if you go to Costco or Best Buy, they have some really good deals. I don't know how long those are gonna last. That's just a friendly tip. Honestly, the RAM in some of those PC setups might be worth like $500 just on its own now. Thank God for Costco. Thank God for Costco, and fuck Microsoft. RAM modules have increased in price by several $100% in the past few months due to the demand for AI, and when the pursuit of AI seemingly not going anywhere anytime soon, RAM availability could continue to be a bottleneck, or at the very least, the RAM shortage will mean that prices will continue to hike. This is especially damning for the console market, as consoles have historically and dominated the landscape of casual gamers, people who don't want to put $2,000 into a gaming setup. They want something that's like $400, $450, or even like $350, right? This is bad for Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. This is bad for the entire video game industry. It's honestly crazy, and I'm trying to stay reserved, but this does piss me off a lot. This most recent generation of consoles was also like not the cheapest. From what we understand, the situation has led console manufacturers to debate whether the next generation of consoles should be delayed from their intended 27 to 28 release window, with the hope that RAM manufacturers will be able to build out their infrastructure to produce more RAM, thereby allowing prices to drop. Here's the thing I think we're realizing is that when these multi-trillion-dollar companies are able to buy up massive quantities of like consumer goods, they can afford it. We can't. And so even if this RAM crisis is not 100% motivated by the push for generative AI, it most certainly has something to do with the motivation to deprive us of the right to owning things. And what was it, like 5 months ago? We had that whole Stop Killing Games fiasco. It's like, God, these companies suck so much, man. Now, I'm no economist, so take this with a grain of salt. But if my assumptions are correct, if my vibe is on point, most times when prices increase, they don't go back to the level they were at. So for the foreseeable and long-term future, we have no idea how long this crisis and these massive price hikes are going to last or affect the video game industry. Dog, these tech companies suck, man. It's just ruining everything. It's just ruining everything, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Looking at all my past orders and all this stuff I've bought over the years to build my PCs. And here's the thing. Unlike the boomers, I don't want to gatekeep success and enjoyment from younger generations. Like, I want Gen Z and Gen Alpha to be able to enjoy the same luxuries that I was allowed to enjoy.
No, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. The price of everything is going to increase, but at least we'll have Charlie Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein dancing in a conga line. At least we'll have that. We'll have very realistic footage of Will Smith eating spaghetti. That's worth it, right?
I know I've kind of rambled, but the last thing I want to cover is this clip right here that was posted to Reddit from Gamers Nexus. Now, let's watch it together.
This isn't a gaming computer problem. This isn't a DIY enthusiast build PCs problem. This is an everybody problem. Big businesses can outbid you and then lease it back to you later. We're seeing some parallels here.
Buy the supplies, deprive the consumer of the ability to build their own, and then rent it back to them. Microsoft and Xbox are kind of employing that strategy, but yeah, so he's on point already.
To the housing market, where private equity can create a positive feedback loop that benefits itself.
Can't afford a computer, can't afford a house, can't afford to live, can't afford to enjoy life.
Because buying homes takes homes off the market. That increases the cost of homes. That puts more people into rentership, which increases the cost of rent because there are fewer homes on the market and more people are renting those homes. And
something's got to change, man. Something's got to change. I rented a home for 5 years because I couldn't afford to buy one. I had to save up for a very long time. All that money I spent on rent could have been spent on a mortgage, but houses are too expensive. I literally cannot afford to get a house in the town that I grew up. This guy's speaking way too much truth.
in that case, private equity just maintains control over it and continues to snowball that. Revenue is a lot more stable if you can lease and rent people a bunch of shit instead of selling it to them outright. We see that with NZXT and with Fragile, with the rental computer program as a direct parallel. Private equity and these large companies can outbid anybody, anytime. And in the case of housing, they can just turn housing into money and make that a perpetual cash flow cycle. In the case of what we're talking about today, we think the same thing is happening with computers, where the dream once might have been to own a home, and maybe that dream got adjusted to, well, I'll just try and buy a nice car instead. That gets adjusted for some people to, I'll just buy a nice computer, I can afford that. People will continually adjust to what they think is achievable. Maybe it's a nice computer in the instance of a lot of people in our audience, and they adjust their ambitions. But now, private equity and these large companies want to make sure that you not only rent your home and lease your car, but subscribe to your computer.
Not just the computer, they want you to rent all of your entertainment. You will not own your entertainment. You will not buy DVDs or Blu-rays. You will purchase a subscription to Netflix or Hulu or Fubu or Flarfa or Bingus. The way he summarized that so quickly really does kind of drive home the point that, yeah, all these tech companies and these fucking oligarchs, they don't want you to enjoy life. They just want to siphon everything they can out of you. You know what AI is? You know what AI is? This is the best analogy for it. AI is basically the Tree of Might from Dragon Ball Z. It's a massive giant plant, and all it does is it sucks all of the life energy out of the planet and all of its inhabitants just so it can grow a few handfuls of fruit that the strongest fighter in the universe is going to eat to get more powerful. That's what AI is. It's a Tree of Might. It's sucking the life out of everything just to siphon it all the way to the top. This does. I don't know if I can finish this clip. This is actually making me angry, and this video might be too long. But yeah, I'll link that clip in the description if you want to watch the rest of it. I think this video has gone on for too long, but the point remains, look, I know the running joke is like, you're gonna own nothing and be happy. You should be miserable for all eternity. Don't settle for this. Keep complaining about it. Keep fighting against it. Keep posting on Twitter or Reddit or YouTube or whatever and pushing back against this fucking rent-based economy where you have to rent the ability to just enjoy basic necessities, okay? You gotta fight for your right to party, all right? And like with Stop Killing Games, we have power in numbers. The more we push back against all this bullshit AI stuff and rapid anti-consumerism, the better chance we have. Or at the very least, that's what we can do. Even something as simple as leaving a like on this video, promoting it in the algorithm, leaving a comment sharing your thoughts, relating with other people who feel the same way, going on Reddit or Twitter and liking posts there, commenting on those. Like, we are in the weak men create hard times cycle. So it's time to step up and be strong men so we can create good times. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to Actman TV for more awesome content. All right, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Actman signing out. Peace!